You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Thank you for seeing me.
How
Hi.
are you today?
I'm okay. I'm a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
A little nervous, and but I'm glad to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So before we get going, I wanna talk about confidentiality.
Okay.
So basically, it means that everything we talk here stays between us. And but because I'm still in training, sometimes I have to share it with my supervisor
Okay.
because we wanna make sure that you receive proper service here.
Okay.
But under few circumstances, I may have to break the confidentiality.
Okay.
If you tell me that you might be harm to yourself or someone else, I have to report it.
Okay.
If there is a financial, physical, emotional, or sexual abuse of elderly or disabled person, or any kind of child abuse, such as emotional, physical, or sexual abuse, I have to, I'm required to report it. But,
Okay. Okay.
But obviously, if something comes up, I talk to you first before
Okay.
I do anything.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I mean, if I talk about like sexual stuff in general,
It's
you.
between us.
Okay. That's okay.
Mhm.
Okay. It's just like an abuse thing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We just wanna make sure that you're safe and others are safe too.
Okay. Okay. And then the other thing is like if I'm gonna hurt myself or something like
It
that.
depends on if you're thinking about it, we can talk about it, and I'm gonna make sure that you're safe.
Okay.
But if it's more than that, we'll discuss it.
Okay. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Is there any question?
Not that I can think of. Not about that. No.
Okay. So what brought you today here?
I don't even know where to begin. So I decided to make an appointment for therapy because I've been super anxious and pretty depressed, and I just started at Pepperdine, and my schoolwork's not going so well, and I've been in therapy before, but like I was with my family, and or it was like my parents who wanted me to do it, and I decided to come to therapy on my own this time because like I haven't told my parents that I'm here, like I'm paying for this, like I don't want them to know that I'm here, and I'm just, I have been like in the past 6 months or so, like something new has happened in my life, and I'm freaked out about it, and it's really hard for me to concentrate on school, and I find that I'm just like on edge and scared and kind of freaking out, and I don't really know. I don't really know what's happening, and yeah, I'm not sure where to go. I'm not sure where to start.
That must be hard
Yeah.
and confusing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned that you are freaking out.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that? How do you feel?
Like sometimes I feel like sometimes I wonder if I'm like just losing my mind, like, and I just get really unsure of myself and not sure what directions to go in, and like, basically I started seeing somebody, and this person is a really, really good person who I like very much, but I'm very confused about what it means to be with this person, and if basically the person is another guy, and that is not okay with my family, and not okay with my religion, and I think like the person that I'm seeing, I think he would like things to be more open, and I feel really uncomfortable with that, and like So there's a lot of stuff.
So all the symptoms, it started after you started dating him.
Yeah.
When did it start exactly? Do you remember? the first
Yeah,
symptoms?
they did start pretty much like after I started seeing Isaac.
Mhm.
That's when it started to get worse. But I've had like this anxiety and depression before when I was in therapy the last time, and when I was in high school,
Mhm.
I had periods of depression then too, and a lot of that was because of the therapy that I was in, and that was really stressful for me and awful, but this time the symptoms have been pretty much for the last like couple of months, they've been pretty bad.
So how's your sleep? Any changes?
I either like usually like I'll have a hard time staying asleep because my brain is just going all the time, and so I'm not getting a lot of sleep. And then when the weekend comes, I'll maybe if I have a drink or two or whatever. I'm not a big drinker, but like I'm a little worried about it, like because I don't like drinking, but sometimes I'll drink because it's easier to sleep, and
Mhm.
so I'll have like 2 or 3 drinks if I do anything. It's not often. But then I like stay in bed till like noon the next day, and so. I
So
don't feel
when
good
you
about it.
wake up, do you feel well rested or you feel?
No, not at all.
And do you wake up in the middle of the night and have difficulty to go back to sleep?
Yes, yeah. So like difficulty falling asleep, and then difficulty staying asleep. And it's not like every night, but it's like most nights.
Mostly.
Yeah.
How's your appetite
I don't like eating.
in general or recently?
I mean, I love eating, but like I just don't like want to eat. Like I get, yeah.
Could you tell me why you feel that way?
I mean, I'm a little worried about gaining weight, but like it's mostly like I'm just too nervous, and like I enjoy eating, but I just like I haven't been enjoying it lately. Like it's like ugh. I just think like I should probably eat food, but like I didn't really want to, which is weird because I love eating.
You don't want to eat because you don't want to gain weight?
No, I mean I'm thinking it's not a big worry of mine, but like I think about it, but that's not why I'm not eating.
Okay.
And I mean I'm eating, a couple meals a day, but yeah, it's different than I used to eat.
Are you losing weight recently?
I've probably lost some weight. Yeah,
Do you know how much?
maybe 5 or 10 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how's your concentration?
It's awful.
Mhm.
It's awful. Like I can't focus on my schoolwork. I'm supposed to do all this stuff, and my brain just doesn't go. It just doesn't go there.
Have you been always like that, or it's recently?
No, I haven't. It's usually like, especially when I got back from therapy, the therapy I was in that my family wanted me to do. Like I had that problem then when I got back from that therapy. But normally, like if I'm feeling good or whatever, like I don't have a problem with getting. Like I'm a good student. I don't have any problem getting schoolwork done.
Mhm.
So.
Do you feel that you don't enjoy your usual activities?
I do not. I do not.
Do you feel that you are like depressed, tearful, sad?
I would. Yeah, I definitely feel like I am depressed sometimes, but I also just feel like uneasy and not like anxious too.
Mhm.
So it's like, it's both.
Do you feel that your body is heavy, slowed down?
No, not so much
How
that.
about the opposite? Speed up.
Sometimes like if I drink a lot of coffee or whatever,
But mostly?
I feel, I don't know, like I don't know, I just don't feel like myself. I just feel like just on edge and
Could you
unhappy.
explain more about on edge? What does it mean
Yeah.
to you?
on edge, like I'm just scared and nervous and like,
Scared about.
yeah, like I don't even know what, like I just like
Okay.
something, I mean I'm really worried about the stuff with Isaac, and I'm worried about a lot of things.
So you are worried. You feel worried most of the time.
Oh, I feel worried most of the time.
Could you like explain more?
Yeah. I'm worried that my parents are gonna find out that I am with a guy. I'm worried that I'm with a guy. I'm worried that that means what that means about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't necessarily want to be attracted to men. I know my family's not okay with it, and my religion is not okay with it. But I can't. I feel like I can't not be. And there are times when I am with Isaac, and it just feels so right. And then but then I feel guilty because the other therapy that I was in was like a reparative therapy. This is what they called it. So I spent like a lot of time like trying to not like guys and training myself to feel differently and seeing like like the way that they see that it's those people in that world see like people who like people in their same sex as like that they're not like developmentally okay, like there's something like they have more developing they have to do, and I just feel really confused. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes I think that that's like the right way, and that me liking Isaac is more evidence of me being wrong or not mature enough, and then other times I'm like I get really mad at that and I think that that's ridiculous. Like I mean, I live in LA and like I see gay people all the time and like they look happy and fine, and I'm angry that I don't feel that way, but then I'm scared that because I don't think I should, like I don't know if I want to feel that way, and that's when I just start to feel like I'm crazy.
You don't want to feel that way?
I don't know.
If it's like, are you punishing yourself? Do you feel guilty about it?
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that you are not worthy of the happiness? Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that you are worried most of the time. Is it only because of the relationship you are in with?
Yeah, it's that, but then I worry about if my family's ever going to find out, and if I even have to say anything, because if I don't, what if this is still just a phase and I don't have to, like everything just feels so out of like, I don't know what is going to stick around. I don't know what's going to be real, and that's when I start to feel crazy, because I don't know which one is right.
That must be overwhelming.
It feels really scary.
Mm-hmm. Do you easily become angry?
I don't feel like no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should get angry more often, but no.
Okay. Do you ever behave impulsively?
I don't know what that means.
It means that you feel the urge to do something without thinking through, without making decision.
Oh no, if anything, I'm the opposite. Like I overthink everything, and yeah, I'm like way on the other side, of things.
So have you ever had any experience like seeing vision or hearing voices that other people cannot see or hear?
Oh no, like no.
Mm-hmm. And has any of your blood relatives, like your siblings, your parents, had experienced the symptoms that you're experiencing right now? Depression, anxiety.
My mom gets depressed. She gets depressed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think she's.
Any hospitalization?
No, she's never been hospitalized. No,
Mm-hmm.
they would not do that. They go to the church first.
Okay. How about your siblings?
No, my younger sister, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's 15 now. She's the best.
And have any of your relatives has any mental illness other than depression?
I mean, I think there's we all have like a crazy great uncle, but I don't think not that I know of. I mean, yeah, nobody in my family, they're not drinkers. They're all pretty normal.
Mm-hmm. And you said crazy uncle,
Mm.
what does crazy mean?
He's, I mean, I was kidding when I said that. Like, he's, you know, I mean, I have a few uncles and aunts, but, and they're annoying, but they're not like, yeah, they're fine.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I was born in, somewhere in California.
Okay. And how many brothers and sisters?
A younger sister.
Only one?
Yeah.
hmm And she's younger?
Yeah.
And where you were, you lived with your both parents?
Yeah, they're married to each other.
And they're still living together?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did your parents get along?
They'll be married forever. They'll never get a divorce. How they get along? I mean, they fight, and they're, my dad can be difficult sometimes, and my mom wants to make everything okay. But they'll never get a divorce. Like, they'll be together forever, and I'm sure they love each other.
So, how was your health as a child?
Physical health
Mm-hmm.
was fine. I never had any issues.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated high school.
And did you have many friends as a child?
Yeah, I did. I mean, the reparative therapy thing, that came about when I was in high school because my mom I was attracted to this guy named Gabriel in my high school, and I was really freaked out about it because I know the church was against it, and my mom found the letters that we were writing to each other, and so that's how that whole thing happened. But nobody knew why I went away, and so I just went away for 6 months or something, and so they said that I went to either took a year off or whatever. So nobody knew what was going on, and when I went back, it was my senior year, and I dated girls, and so I just kind of kept it together. But I always felt like I was kind of, acting, or just I didn't feel like I was being myself.
How did they react when they found your letter?
My parents, they were really upset, and my father was really angry, and my mom just kept crying, and I didn't know, I was really ashamed and scared, and they just kept saying that we need to go to God for this, and I was just really, really scared, and I didn't know what to do or think, and I just, so my dad was angry, and my mom was just crying all the time.
What is your current occupation?
Student.
You didn't have any job before?
No, this is my freshman year at Pepperdine.
How important is religion to you right now?
I don't know. Ah! Hold on. Let me get it. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about religion. But I grew up in the church, and it's important to me, and at the same time, and there's lovely people in the church, and I'm renting a room from a couple who, they're lovely. They're also in the same church that my parents are in, and there's a lot of nice things about the church, and at the same time, the church is not okay with gay people.
Are you practicing right now?
I mean, I go to church. Yeah.
Have you been in a sexual relationship or had any sexual experience that troubled you?
That troubled me? I mean, anytime I was with a guy, it was troubling. But I also...
What do you mean?
It was upsetting because I was afraid that meant that I was gay. But it also felt natural. And then when I was with women, it didn't feel natural. But that's what everybody at the gay reparative place would say to me. It's not going to feel natural in the beginning, but you got to keep doing it anyway, and eventually it's gonna turn around, and it hasn't turned around yet. And I don't know if I want it to.
Mhm. Okay. What sort of a person do you think you are?
I mean, in general or right now? I'm not sure how to answer that question.
In general.
I think I'm a good person generally.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a hard worker. I know I love my family,
Mm-hmm.
and I genuinely like people. And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
What do you like most about yourself?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Mm-hmm. What do you like least about yourself?
I think just that I don't know what I'm going to do or how this is all gonna work out or what I'm gonna be.
The confusion.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that just really scares me, and so I don't like I understand those questions, I understand why they're useful, but I don't know how to answer them.
Mm-hmm. Do you have many friends?
I've got a few friends, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm friendly with a lot of people, and yeah, I mean, I think people are great. Like Isaac is probably my closest friend. He's the person I spend the most time with.
Mm-hmm. How long have you?
It's been for 4 or 5 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you?
He's
tell
very
me-
patient.
Okay. Tell me more about him.
He's wonderful. He doesn't have the same kind of like conflict about being gay. He's pretty comfortable with it. His family is supportive of all that, which is like totally different than my life. He is kind and patient, and he's handsome, and he's a good person. Smart.
So would you say that you have his support, emotional support?
His what? Sorry.
Support.
Oh, his support?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And do you talk to him about your feelings?
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's ready to meet your parents.
We haven't even talked about that.
Oh,
Like, that's
really?
not even, no, that's not even a, no.
And he knows that you're not ready yet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he's fine with it.
I don't think he's fine with it.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel pressure because of that?
Sometimes.
And you haven't talked about it at all.
With my parents or with him?
With him, that you're not ready, or
We talk about it, but it just kind of comes back to the same point of like, I don't know what to do, and I just don't know, like, it just doesn't feel like there's any option.
mm-hmm.
And so I get really frustrated that I don't know how to move beyond that, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets frustrated because he sees me being frustrated. Yeah.
Are you usually comfortable being by yourself, or
Yeah. Sometimes I prefer that.
has your general health always been good?
Yeah.
And how's your memory?
It's fine. I remember everything. Like it's too like I remember too much.
And how often do you drink?
Not that often. I mean, if I do, it might be a couple times a month. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Isaac wants to go out and drink or whatever, or go buy something, like we do, but it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. And you're fine at school?
No, like all my schoolwork is going down the tubes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably drinking more than I should, to be honest with you.
How often?
On the weekends I'll drink.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that you drink more than you need?
I'm not drinking because I'm like going to a party.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm probably worried about it a little bit.
worried about your drinking?
Yeah, just because I don't like drinking, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, what do you feel before you start drinking? Is there any emotion that you are trying to calm with?
Yeah, totally. I feel scared, freaked out, scared that I don't want the week, that like that I might not sleep well. Yeah, all those things.
And are your friends are concerned about this drinking?
I mean, I think Isaac would, probably might say yes.
So he's worried about your.
Yeah, I don't know if he's worried that much, but like, I mean, he said like,
Mm-hmm.
are you drinking when you're unhappy, like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So as opposed to like having a glass of wine and so.
Um, so mostly you are happy with him.
With Isaac, yeah. I mean, like I'm the problem. Like he's not the problem.
So you see yourself as a problem?
I'm the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you wake up one day and you feel that the magic happened, what's the difference?
You mean like if I wake up and I didn't have anything to worry about?
Mm-hmm.
Then my parents would not be so. My parents would be okay with me being with a man,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just not going to happen.
So
That is not going to happen.
It's not that you want to change your sexual orientation. You are not worried about that. You are worried about your parents.
Sometimes I wish that I wasn't, that I just liked women. Sometimes I do wish that
Mm-hmm.
still. But that's not what came to my mind first.
Do you think that you would be happy if your parents and church would support you?
I can't even imagine that. Probably. I mean, I guess so, but like that there's no way, like that is never gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the church has been around for thousands of years, like they're not okay with it.
So for you it's impossible to get there?
It feels that way. I just don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to not. That's what I think. That's what is the biggest problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is 25 minutes of.
And have you ever had any intense feelings, like a panic attack, that your heart starts racing, you cannot breathe?
Yeah, but that was like in high school when I got back from the therapy camp. But not since then, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes I get so anxious and I'm certainly, feel panicky, but I don't feel like I've had like panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you said you have anxiety too.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you explain how do you feel when you're anxious?
That's when like I just feel like I'm worrying all the time and I don't know what to do. Like I feel like I can't control the worry.
Mm-hmm.
That I just start worrying about because there's no answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think that's what makes it just feel never ending. Like sometimes I'm like, I'm worrying too much, but then what I'm worrying about is real. So I just kind of go back and forth, and I'm like, that's when sometimes it's like it's easier for me just to have a drink because it like just shuts my brain up. But I don't want to be like a drinker that drinks that way. So like I'm not having. And I told Isaac that. So I mean, I feel like I want to work on that for sure. But I feel like I'm worrying all the time. And I feel like I just don't know how to be or what's okay or what's not okay or who I can tell or who I can't tell. And so it just feels scary. I feel alone.
So did you tell anyone, any of your friends, your sister, or?
No.
No one knows?
No.
Mhm.
I don't even really behave like out with Isaac, like when we're in public and stuff like that. I'm not comfortable with that.
Are you living together?
No.
You're
No.
living by yourself?
No, I'm renting a room from this really nice young couple that
Mhm.
I know through the church, and they're really, really nice. They seem a little less like churchy than my parents, but they still are like they say like praise God and things like that. So they're religious, but it's not like it feels a little less than like my parents.
How about your sister?
She's awesome. I don't want to tell her. Like I don't want her to. I don't want to.
You feel that you are protecting her?
Yes. Like she doesn't need to know that.
What happened if she knows?
She should just be a child, and she should have her entire childhood without having to put up with any of this shit that I've had to put up with.
How old is she?
14,
Mhm.
15.
Mhm. So any of your parents, your friends are gay too?
No, I mean, Isaac has a lot of gay friends, and I've hung out with them, but like I don't have any ones that I've made myself.
How do you feel when you're with them in this community?
Sometimes it feels nice, for a little while. I mean, I feel kind of outside of it, because I'm still like a part of me still sees them as like, as the gay people,
Mhm.
and that like I spent my whole life being told that that's wrong,
Mhm.
and that is not okay, and that it's a sin, and that it will put me in hell. So it's really weird to spend time with these people who look like they're fine
Mhm.
and enjoying life, and everything, and all this stuff comes up inside of me that's like, they're going to hell, they're developmentally immature, like they're screwed up, they don't even know it, look at them, they think they're happy. Like, it's just awful, and then I feel crazy.
It's only thoughts. It's like you're thinking about this.
Yeah.
Is it inside your head or it's like outside?
What do you mean?
It's the thoughts. It's inside your head.
Yeah, like I'm not saying any of this to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just all in my head.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel when you think like this?
That's when I start to feel crazy, because and then I get super, super anxious,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when like the anxiety comes up, and I'll feel, and I think what they would notice is I just get up and get more soda or something, but like inside I'm like freaking out.
Is it the time that you start drinking?
Sometimes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, I'll have a beer, and then I won't be as nervous.
Is it the time that you don't think about those problems?
When just Isaac and I are together, I feel like I think about those things less.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would say that I think about them a lot, but I know that even what he sees as a lot is less than it usually is for me.
Mm-hmm. So you are not at the same level.
No.
And you mentioned that you have seen a therapist before.
Yes, at the gay camp, at the Pray the Gay Away camp.
Mm-hmm. It was the same issue back then.
Yeah, that's why I went there.
Did you feel anxious when you were a child?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason? It was like for a
I don't know.
particular
My
reason?
mom's always she's super like anxious, and
Mhm.
we joke that she's super OCD about stuff because everything's got to be a certain way, and everything's about the way things look, and everything's got to be perfect. So I mean, I was probably more of an anxious kid than not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you are in control, the opposite of impulsivity.
Yeah, totally. Like, arr, yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me more about how it affects your life?
just don't know. I don't know what it means to like relax or like to take it easy. Like people say like take it easy, and I'm like I don't even know what that means. Like I don't know what that means. I don't even take it easy like when I'm in bed trying to fall asleep. Like that's actually the least easy time for me. I don't know what it means to take it easy.
And you never had any experience before?
I don't even know what it means. Like I can't even remember. Like I don't even think I know what that means.
What's your best memory in your childhood?
Stuff with Daisy.
Your sister?
Yeah. She's so sweet and she's so loving, and she just like loves the world, and she's like bright and lovely and smart. She's like super talented, and she's so much fun. And she was even that way as a little girl. Like she's just so much fun. She's just like this ball of light. I mean, you know, she's not, you know, she gets moody. I mean, she's not like, you know, it's not like, yeah, totally. But like, when growing up with her was like, you know, she was a lot of fun. She was a lot of fun. She's very cute. She's just a good spirit. She's a good soul.
Have you ever experienced that you should wash your hands a lot, or?
Oh, like my mom? No, not like that. I like OCD stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Okay.
I mean, believe me, I get anxious, and I like things a certain way, but like not like OCD.
Okay.
Like I mean, I keep a clean room. Like things are in their place. Like my book bag, like I clean it out every month. Like, but I don't like just because I don't like it. Like if it gets things get like cluttery or whatever. Like I can't even. I need to clean it or make it look nice. But like it doesn't. I think I'm just more. I think I'm just more clean than not clean. Like I don't feel like I'm that OCD. Yeah.
Okay. So you talked about your mother and your sister, but you didn't mention your father.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with him?
I don't know. It's not even there.
But your parents are living together. So when you go and visit them, how's your relationship with your dad? And do you care how he thinks about you if he finds out? Or it's just your mother?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know if I can answer that.
How about your childhood?
With my dad? I don't know, that feels hard to answer. I mean, he always did everything right, like he was always there, but like he can be tough, and like he's, like he's very like man's man, and I mean, I know that he loves me, and but it's complicated.
Could you tell me more?
Hold on. That's like good timing. More about my dad. Yes. I feel like that would be a whole different session talking about my dad, but like I don't know. He's not okay. He's not okay with gay people. He's not okay with that. Even if he wasn't in the church, he would not be okay with it.
So, is it possible that you're anxious even more because of him? What would he?
Oh, totally. Like, yes. Completely different, like, buckets of anxiety and worry about my father and my mother. And the church.
And your sister?
Yeah.
How about your friends? They don't know.
Where I grew up was like, it was super churchy. Like, my whole life was the church. So they don't know. To answer your question, like, they don't know.
And this is very important. The religion is very important to you.
I just don't know any. I don't know anything else.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's important to me. I just don't know. I mean, how do you say like? Of course, it's important to me because it's all I know. But I don't like. That's a hard question for me to answer.
Mhm. Because you don't know other than that.
It's all I've ever known,
Mhm.
and I don't know any. I know there are plenty of people who live outside of the church,
Mhm.
and I don't know what that's like.
How about a school? Are you
What about-
comfortable there?
Yeah, I'm glad to be there. It's a great school. I'm happy to be there for the most part. It's a religious school. Excuse me. Which is good. They're on a scholarship, so I'm very grateful for that.
Okay.
I just cannot concentrate on school. I just don't, I get super anxious and tense there. And I feel like I don't know what I'm doing there, or why it's like, I don't know what I'm doing there. Other than like I got in and I'm taking classes, but like everybody else feels like they know why they're there and what they're doing, and I don't feel that way.
Mhm.
And then I feel like then I feel guilty because I'm like, I've got a scholarship to this school that people would triple themselves to get to, and like people from my hometown would love to get to this school, and like they didn't get to go, but I am here, and I'm not doing anything with it, and I don't want to go to my classes, and when I'm there, I don't know what I'm doing there, and so it just feels really awful, and I just like hate myself.
Are you close with any of your classmates?
No, not really.
Is there any club or group that you can join?
Not on campus. They don't have like an LGBT. It's a religious school.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They don't. I mean, there are gay people at school. I know, because Isaac is one and he has friends there.
Okay.
But it's not like there's like, pride flags all over the place.
How did you meet?
Isaac?
Mm-hmm.
He was in my lab.
Okay. And could you tell me more about him?
Yeah, he's beautiful and he's smart. And he has a great smile.
Mm-hmm.
And people like being around him. I like being around him. He puts people at ease.
Mm-hmm.
He works hard. Like I was about to say, like things come easy to him. And they do. Like they look like they come really easy to him. But I know he works hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's the real deal.
How do you feel when you are around him?
I feel great.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel less anxious, less depressed?
If it's just he and I, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you feel safe with him emotionally?
But then we go in public and I start freaking out and or if we're alone and I start thinking about my parents, it's hard. It's hard. I spent 6 months in a camp where I heard all day, every day
Did you
that
agree?
being gay is wrong.
Did you agree to go to the camp or you had to go?
No, I just said nothing. I didn't like this. I mean, I thought it was the right thing to do because everybody else was telling me it was the right thing to do. But I didn't. I thought it must be the only thing that I could. How could I do anything else? I thought like I had to do it. How could I not? Like there was no other. Like I didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you find out you have cancer, you have to go get chemo. Like you don't have a choice. It's not like you either do that or you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like you either go to chemo or your cancer gets worse and you die.
What could you die if you didn't go?
It's not that I would die, it's just like if I didn't go, then Satan wins and I lost my chance to come back to God, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that did not feel like an option.
How did you feel after you finished the camp and you felt that it didn't work?
I thought that it did work at the time.
Okay.
I thought, like, I know what to do. I've got my senior year ahead of me. I know what to do. I know how to be straight. I know how to not do this. I know what to happen. I know what to do when if thoughts come that are like gay thoughts or whatever. I know what to do, so I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I got this, and I even felt grateful that my parents did all that for me, because they loved me so much that they wanted to help me get better from my sickness, and I felt really grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had another chance, and it worked for a little while, and now it's not working anymore.
When did you notice that it's not working anymore?
When I met Isaac,
Do you still think that it's sickness and has to be treated?
I don't know, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to come to therapy,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know what the right thing is. I know there's a whole world out there that does not think that it's a problem, and then I know there's a whole world out there that thinks that those people are fooling themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what to think. And I have really strong emotional pulls in one direction, and really strong pulls in another direction, and they feel really tough for me.
One direction is you want to be with Isaac, and the other direction is to...
Yes, is to go back to God, is to admit that I sinned again, that I fell towards Satan, that I fell into sin with Isaac.
Do you feel that you have to choose only one, God or Isaac?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about your parents and Isaac?
My parents are God. Like, that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think my parents are God, but like, that it's either them and God, or I don't have any parents.
So you have to choose between them.
That's the way it feels. That
How-
is awful.
that must be
It doesn't even feel like a choice.
That must be hard. Mhm. And how would you feel if you could have all of them together?
I understand the question, but I don't even want to entertain that because it's not possible. Like, it feels painful for me to even hear that question because it's not an option.
It seems impossible.
So why do you say, like, it's like somebody saying, how would it be if you never felt pain in your life?
You feel pain every day.
So that just doesn't even feel, it's not an option.
Mhm.
I don't know how to answer that question.
So you mentioned that you came to therapy to find out that if you're gay. Could you tell me more about your goal for coming to therapy?
I don't even know. That's a good question. Maybe you can help me with that. I don't even know what my goals are.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't. I just know that I'm freaking out, and I know that people go to therapy, and I wanted to, I called you guys because you're not a church therapist, and I wanted to hear what non-church therapists say. I already know what church therapists say.
What would they say?
That I need to pray, and I need to go back to God, and I need to pray against the gay, and I need to go back to women and go back to the way God has made me to be, made all of us to be. And I'm living in willful sin outside of the light of God if I don't.
So I have to admit you're a very strong man. And
I don't feel that strong.
it must be very hard to have to choose between God or parent and love.
I don't know what to do.
And it takes a lot of courage to come and say all of things that you say.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I was super nervous about it, but I feel like I feel okay. I mean, I'm glad. Thank you for listening.
And I feel that we can start, and we can. I know that you feel that it is impossible, but there are always a chance. And I don't feel that it's impossible. I know that it can take a lot of work or courage, but it can be possible to have all of them together.
I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. That does not feel possible to me. But okay,
We can.
I'm willing to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.